You see it, man. It's your boy Young Tyme. We up here, 93 BLX, all the way Mobile, Alabama, all the way from 850 Florida. GMLA, living that shit every day. Finna go ahead and kick it off. My girl Nina Rawz, live on the underground, the big station. Me in this bitch.
If it ain't money, keep walking. And let's say about that pussy, beat that flower till it blossom. Awesome. Somebody get these hoes off him. I beat that pussy good. She told her friend, he hoe be talking. Bossing, boss of the bosses. Back against the wall, I'm getting head in my outfit. Shout the gorgeous. Bitch, you so fine. But that don't mean that I'm gonna make you mad, bitch. Huh? That's a no-go.
Tuned into the underground, baby, with your girl Nina Rawz. Got Young Tyme in the building. What's going on, baby? How you doing?
I'm chilling. What's good?
What's good with you?
I'm chilling, man. I'm happy to be here.
Florida, right?
Yeah. Florida, Okaloosa County, you know what I mean? 850. I'm here. I'm glad to be here, you know what I mean? So.
Good. I'm glad that you're here. So, let us know, let the Gulf Coast know, what projects do you have? What are you working on right now?
Actually, right now, I actually just dropped a new mixtape last month called Walking Time Bomb.
Young Tyme presents Walking Time Bomb, the most anticipated album of the year, featuring the hit single I'm Flexing, featuring Love B and Big Bone, Turn Up, and the Okaloosa anthem for my city. For booking info, call 850-225-8362. Walking Time Bomb, the most anticipated album of the year.
On the countdown, it's like 24 songs on there, including the new single I'm Flexing and the remix version of that featuring LeChat. So, that's currently what I got out right now. I got a bunch of music videos popping off right now, doing crazy numbers. So it's pretty much it. Just sticking to the music and grinding, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. Do you have any shows coming up?
Yeah, actually, August 11th, I'll be out in Defuniac Springs. That's in Florida. September 1st, I'll be in Crestview, Florida. We got another interview going down in Miami at the beginning of August. So, we're just trying to work. You know what I mean? Definitely. Also, man, the end of this month, the 31st, we got a bone marrow drive that we're doing back home, too. Try to get the community involved in that and bring awareness to the situation, you know what I mean? So, it's not just all music, you know what I'm saying? But we got a lot of stuff going on.
That's good. It's definitely important to be able to give back to the community. And, as a rapper, it does seem like, rappers, they're stereotyped. And you don't want to, just lead with that stereotype. You want to be able to do what you have to do to give back to the community and show that you have heart.
Definitely.
So that's good, even though you don't smile.
Nah, I don't. I try not to, you know what I mean?
Look, he's blushing.
Nah,
he's blushing.
I'm chilling though. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
That's what's up. Tell me about this single, I'm Flexing. I know I played the remix on my first week with the Underground. I was definitely digging that with Trackman, right?
Trackman and LeChat, yeah, both from Memphis. It's a crazy track. Trackman produced it. Really, it's just one of those club songs. You know what I mean? The remix has more of a southern feel than the original, but it's definitely a club banger. It's definitely something you should expect to hear more of. You know what I mean? It's definitely one of those type of tracks.
Definitely, I'm digging it, and you know what? Everybody else is gonna be able to hear that song once again. I'm Flexing remix. We might play the regular one. You never know. This is how we do, baby. It's the Underground on the big station, 93 BLX. You're tuned into the Underground. Your girl Nina Rawz, Young Tyme in the building. I stress this out with a lot of artists about their business, their music business. Now, do you have any labels or anybody that you're affiliated with?
Yeah, I'm currently working with ROCKSMOOVE Entertainment. That's my management situation, and we just linked up, but we getting the ball rolling is definitely a good look. Getting all the paperwork and stuff like that done, and just trying to grow, trying to branch out.
Okay, great. Yeah, ROCKSMOOVE, they're gonna lead you the right way. Trust and believe. They're gonna lead you the right way. Like I said, I stress with a lot of artists that they need that guidance. They need to know how to take care of their music with like ASCAP, BMI, BDS, getting your music registered with SoundScan. When you're getting your plays on the radio, you want to be able to know how many spins you have instead of having somebody, call them like, yo, how many times you call, how many times have you spin? It's just really good. It's a good look, and messing with ROCKSMOOVE. That's where it is. Definitely. So any collaborations, anybody that you look forward to collaborating with? It could be even industry-wise or locally, underground.
Really, I just, I appreciate a lot of people's music. I don't only listen to hip hop, you know what I mean? So it's a bunch of artists I like to work with that, might not do rap, or they, I work with anybody who make good music, you know what I mean? So, matter of fact, if you want, you want to do features, you can hit me up, 850-225-8362. Get at me, send me the songs at tyme850@gmail.com, and I work with everybody, like I said. So.
That's what's up. You see, he put his math out there. So y'all make sure you write it down. Go ahead and say it one more time.
850-225-8362.
Yep. And with that said, where else can we find you?
You can find me everywhere, man. I'm in your city right now. You know what I mean? So you can find me everywhere. Y'all can get at me online, facebook.com/Young Tyme. That's TYME. Twitter at YoungTyme850. Pretty much all the social sites. You know what I mean? YouTube /Young Tyme. I'm everywhere.
All right, that's what's up. You gotta get in where you fit in. You hear that? Young Tyme is in the building, baby. It's the underground on the big station, 93 BLX. The underground, baby. Young Tyme in the building. Tyme. So you got anything you want to put out there? Anything that's on your mind?
Yeah, definitely. Right now, man, I really want to take this time to include the people in on the new movement that we got going on, which is it's actually Pound GMLA, which stands for Grinding My Life Away. And what it is basically a positive movement that represents any person or individual that works hard to achieve a goal or chase a dream, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Anybody who get up every morning and live and breathe what they do to better themselves. You know what I mean? We want to kind of take some of the negative looks that hip hop gets and try to switch it around and give people something to feel proud about, feel proud about being a part of. So like I say, it's called Pound GMLA, the movement. Like I said, it's grinding my life away. And anybody who, whether you work a 9 to 5, I don't care if you cut yards 7 days a week, it's whoever work hard. You know what I mean? That's what it represents. So, yeah, definitely.
That's what's up. I like that. Grinding my life away. So you heard that Pound GMLA. That's a good movement right there. Like I always say, never let nobody tell you that the sky is the limit when there's footprints on the moon. You can do anything. Definitely. You just got to put forth the effort. You know what I mean? Young Tyme is in the building. It's the underground, baby, on the big station, 93 BLX. And do you have any last words before we get up out of here and wrap this up?
Definitely, man. I want to give a shout out to my hometown, man. Shout out to Okaloosa County, everybody back home who support me. Shout out to Alabama, everybody who tuned in right now. Like I say, make sure you check out all them websites I gave you. Check out the music, the mixtape. You can download at datpiff.com. And that's pretty much it. I appreciate you having me.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming in and, being a guest on The Underground, and hope to see you again. And,
Definitely.
Just prayers out for all your success and, keep on moving.
Appreciate it.
ROCKSMOOVE.
Yeah, already. Shout out to my management, man. K-Rock, Sean Williams, man.
All right, you heard a Young Tyme in the building. It's The Underground, baby. Your girl Nina Rawz on the big station, 93 BLX.
Yabui, they waiting on who next.
Grinding my life away.